Go ahead and get started. Thank you all so much for joining today. Welcome. My name is Samantha Sullivan. I'm part of the recruiting team here at Harrity and Harrity. So thank you for taking the time to join today's career informational session. Basically, I'm just going to walk through what it's like to work here as a patent practitioner, what makes our firm different, how our model works, what your career could look like here, as well as how to apply and some info on our interview process. Then, as I mentioned, we'll wrap it up with time for a Q&A at the end. Feel free to drop questions in the chat as we go through, as you're thinking of them, and then I will address all of those at the end. So about Harrity and Harrity, our firm is a patent law firm focused exclusively on prep and pros. It's what we've been doing for over 26 years, and it's all we do. Meaning we've been able to refine our practice to produce very high quality, value-added work in the most efficient manner. This is why many of the top names in the tech industry have trusted us to handle their high-value, cutting-edge patent portfolios. One thing you may hear is that we're not built like the traditional firm. We are AI native. Our in-house automation tools help you draft faster with better accuracy, fewer second drafts, and data-driven strategy. We are client-focused. Practitioners of all levels work directly with inventors and in-house teams to prioritize our client interests and generate business-minded outcomes. We are future ready. As client expectations shift toward greater speed, predictability, and scalability without sacrificing legal and technical rigor, Harrity's investing aggressively to help shape what's next with the era of patent practice. We do this all with a remote-first culture and a compensation model that rewards efficiency and autonomy so you can enjoy life-work balance while still doing meaningful patent work. Our practice is focused on quality, innovation, and progress. Here's what scale looks like at Harrity. Last year, we drafted over 2,100 patent applications from scratch. We predict that number will be closer to 3,000 this year. We also responded to over 3,300 office actions. Also predict that this number is going to go up in 2026. Our team currently includes nearly 60 patent professionals, as well as a dedicated administrative support team. We've been growing consistently for the past few years, and we're hiring right now so that we can continue to keep pace with client demand. We also separate drafting and prosecution into dedicated teams, so you can focus on your strengths and develop deep technical and procedural expertise. So what that looks like is whether you join the drafting team or the prosecution team, your focus is streamlined. Drafters work on high efficiency patent drafting in tech areas like 5G, semiconductors, software, medical devices, and AI, while our prosecutors handle office action responses and client strategy in those areas and across global portfolios. Our attorneys and agents don't have to juggle dozens of clients or unclear priorities. Instead, we give you clear workflows, consistent technologies, and ongoing support. So basically, you can do your best work in the most efficient manner. You'll be backed by a dedicated paralegal with late shift filing support and a responsive internal team. We've also implemented a uniform writing style with templates holding each client's specific preferences. This way, our practitioners know exactly what they need to do each and every time, while our clients can expect to receive the same consistent, high-quality work regardless of who here has drafted it. In addition, every work product goes through a second review process before it goes out the door, combining AI-assisted review with senior attorney oversight where appropriate. This process not only ensures top quality for our clients, but also enables our practitioners to receive feedback in real time, helping to improve their own work. We've really optimize every part of our practice so that our attorneys and agents can focus on the high value portions of the work, claim strategy, technical writing, client communication, and not on chasing documents or worrying about formatting. We've built proprietary tools that are going to support how patent practitioners actually work. These systems are designed to make your day-to-day drafting and prosecution work faster, more consistent, and more accurate without sacrificing quality or professional judgment. Patent Pioneer is our AI native drafting environment. It's built directly into Microsoft Word and streamlines document structure, formatting, boilerplates, claim aligned descriptions, and internal consistency. The goal isn't to replace the attorney, it's to remove friction and reduce rework so you can focus on substance and strategy. Patent Navigator complements that work on the analytics side. It gives portfolio level insights and prosecution intelligence, helping attorneys and firm leadership understand trends, outcomes, and opportunities across large bodies of work. So together with our custom analytics dashboards, these tools support our second review process, reduce errors, strengthen first drafts, and give our professionals real visibility into quality and efficiency. This is what we mean by being AI native. It's technology that's embedded into our practice, not layered on top of it as an afterthought. We're also a remote first firm. So we've been remote long before the pandemic. Today we have over 90 team members across 26 states working flexible hours that fit their lives. You choose when you work, you choose where you work, you choose how much you work. This model gives you back time for family, fitness, hobbies, whatever matters most to you. And our employees routinely say it is the best life balance they've ever had, including me. Now, a little bit about our compensation model. Unlike the billable hour model, we operate on production-based compensation. You're paid a percentage of a fixed fee value per task. So basically, the more efficiently you work, the more you'll earn. Here's what that looks like in practice. In the past year, there were almost 20 practitioners who earned over $300,000, about half a dozen who earned around $400,000, and at least one who earned over $500,000. Some practitioners worked fewer hours and made more than others because they were more efficient. So this model is built to reward efficiency, and our systems are built to improve it. You can set your own annual target, whether it be hours, income, or both, and we'll help you reverse engineer a plan to get there. There are no billable hour requirements and no face time expectations, just quality work done well. This model, which we've been using for over a decade, works. Last year, one of our attorneys drafted 27 unique applications in a single month, while in that same month, another one drafted 21 unique applications. It's common for our attorneys to earn higher incomes in their first year here while working fewer hours than at their previous firms. So, what you can achieve here really depends on how you want to work, and we'll meet you there with tools, support, and a team that wants you to succeed. You'll be joining a team that's collaborative, transparent, and driven to improve. You'll stay connected through weekly team check-ins, monthly firm-wide meetings, and optional in-person meetups throughout the year. We also invest deeply in charity and mentorship with our Harrity for Charity Giving Back initiative and programs like our nonprofit Patent Pathways, which is focused on providing free training and resources for aspiring practitioners to take the patent bar. All of our professionals are invited to get involved in meaningful programs, whatever that is to you, that go beyond the billable. So if this sounds like the kind of practice and culture you've been looking for, we'd love to have you apply. That process looks like this. You'd first submit your resume via email, complete a short questionnaire, take a skills-based drafting or prosecution test, followed by screening and team interviews, and two 15-minute Q&As with practicing members of the Harrity team. Get any other last-minute questions that you have answered, followed by reference checks conducted on our behalf. To get started, simply send your resume to jobs@harrityllp.com with the subject line patent professional openings, and then we'll take it from there, send you the questionnaire, and help you along through those next steps. So that is the overview, short and sweet. But I would like to open the floor now for any initial questions that you might have about the firm. So feel free to drop those in the chat and I will read them out loud right now. And while you do that, while you think about those, I also want to invite you to schedule a brief call with one of our partners to get further insight about working here if you're still not sure, if you have more granular questions. We really want to be as transparent as possible and make sure that everyone is very happy and feels at home when they join. So I have QR codes to each of their LinkedIn profiles up here, and they ask that you just send them a private message on LinkedIn and they'll schedule a call with you directly. So here is one question. Are you interested in hiring professionals with computer science or software backgrounds? Yes, absolutely. Computer science, software, mechanical, electrical engineering, AI, physics, kind of that whole number of technology areas there. We basically just don't do life sciences, so no biology, chemistry, that half of things. But if you are more on the computer, electrical, mechanical side, then we definitely have work coming through for clients in those areas. Another question, how much experience are you looking for in candidates? I'd say the average person probably joins with about 4 years on average. Definitely open to more than that, open to less than that. It really depends on, not necessarily your resume, but how well you can perform on these skills-based tests that we give you. As long as you have some experience and a strong technical knowledge and can pass our drafting or prosecution test, then we definitely welcome anybody who wants to join. So, how do disclosures come in? How much contact is there with inventors? So, we do hold inventor interviews for all of our applications. The exact process of all of that, you can kind of go through more with the partners. Again, feel free to schedule a call with them. But we do typically meet with all of the inventors and have a lot of open communication with our clients. And again, employees at every level, agents, attorneys, senior counsel, they all have opportunities to interact directly with the clients. So here's another question. Does Harity have bridge programs within the firm for PhD students to take the patent bar? So that's actually what our Patent Pathways program focuses on. So anybody who has a STEM degree who's interested in taking the patent bar and becoming a patent practitioner, you can check that out at patentpathways.org. And we actually provide free training, patent bar prep courses through PLI, a lot of different career resources, mentoring, career matching, resume portal, a lot of great resources, and it's totally free to the student. The program also covers the cost of exam fees and registration fees. Here's a question about reference checks. For example, do they need to be able to speak toward patent prosecution abilities? So that's a great question. We have had people coming, from a more academic background or directly from the patent office who might not have worked on the law firm side of things before, and that's totally fine. In those cases, we ask more about work ethic, about technical experience, about, reliability, dependability, timeliness, things like that. So if you don't have somebody or, you're you're at your current firm and don't want to ask them, and don't have somebody that you feel comfortable reaching out to about your specific current patent work, that's totally fine as long as we can speak to other people just kind of about your work ethic and history. That works for us as well. Okay, so here is another question, kind of about having your application noticed with having limited experience. So definitely keep applying. If you've applied before and you were turned down because there wasn't enough experience, keep coming back. Again, you're going to gain that experience over time and eventually be able to hit that mark. The biggest thing is whether or not your experience translates into your ability to pass our drafting or prosecution tests. And once you're able to get there, we are typically open to the interview process and kind of seeing what you can handle. The biggest thing right now for us is just that because we have such a high demand from our client workload, we don't have time to fully train somebody. We need people who can come in hitting the ground running. But just be sure to kind of put throughout the questionnaire and within your resume, within your cover letter, why you're, whether it be limited experience, still makes you a qualified candidate for the role. And that will definitely kind of help you get a leg up. We do look at many things, not just, exactly what your resume says. That's why we have the questionnaire, these tests, screening interviews, because we do want to give you a fair chance. Is remote work only available within the US? Yes, at this time, you must reside in the United States and be registered with the US Patent Bar to work at our firm. And okay, do you require technical advisor positions or is the patent bar required? So we have made exceptions where individuals have been studying and are planning on taking the patent bar. Or, if you've come directly from the patent office and haven't gotten your registration confirmed yet, as it transfers over, then we're definitely open to that. So we have hired those who have the experience and have not yet passed the patent bar, and would likely kind of help you get to the point where you are passing the patent bar. So if you are in a technical advisor role but have the experience, still feel free to apply. Can you work on both patent drafting and prosecution teams? So we do have people who have been in hybrid roles who are in hybrid roles. So if that's something that's really your priority, that is an option. We do ask that you come in on one side or the other. I will say, it sounds weird and a lot of people aren't used to it, but once people come in and they hit the ground running in that specific side and they realize how much they can produce, how efficient they're being, and how much easier the work is when they're kind of focused on one area, then it seems like they really enjoy it and they want to specifically do that. But with that said, we have had people who have had to handle work on both teams when we have a lot of work coming in, or who have actually switched teams if they started on one side and then whether it be our clients' needs have changed or their preferences have changed, they've been able to switch over. Is there training on the AI tools? Yes, of course. So we don't have you come in and expect you to know how our proprietary tools are going to work. So we do provide ample training with that. You'll work with one of the partners in the software team. The cool thing about our AI tools as well is that they're constantly growing and developing and getting better. It's really like a living, breathing thing. And so we actually have a whole team that works directly with our practitioners to get your feedback, get your advice as you're learning the tool, as you're higher in the ranks of the tool, you're able to help improve it and help develop it as it continues to go on. So definitely a lot of open communication regarding our software and our AI tools, training, as well as the opportunity for you to kind of be a part of that as well. So if you're interested in more than just using the tools, you can also help develop them. How long after the drafting test is the interview? If you pass it, we try to get them just kind of as quickly as possible. So typically, if you pass the test, someone will be in contact with you I would say probably within a day or two of the test being reviewed. And the time it takes to review the test just depends on, our reviewer's schedule and the backlog. But we do try to get things to move along as quickly as possible. So there'd be a screening interview, typically with Rocky Burnson, our head of analytics. And then you would meet with Rocky and Paul Harrity, who's one of our founding partners. And then you would have another interview with two more partners and then the Q&As. So that's kind of the spread out of the interviews, and we'll typically try to schedule the partner interviews same week or within a couple days of the interview with Paul and Rocky, and then the Q&As either the same day or the day after the partner interview. And we'll ask for reference checks at the same time. So if you are, going to proceed, we do try to get all of that done within probably about a 2-week time frame. Just to be cognizant of everybody's time and keep things moving along as quickly as possible. But it's also going to be dependent on your availability, when you're able to start, when you're able to interview. So it's flexible, but we'd like to kind of have it done quickly. Okay, so this is a green card holder and registered patent agent of India. So, yeah, if you're a green card holder and you have the experience, please definitely apply. Again, we would prefer that people are registered with the US Patent Office because that is what our clients are looking for. However, we have had people join and then get registered with the Patent Office. So, you're still welcome to apply if you're eligible to work in the US and you reside here and have the experience. Okay, great. That was a lot of really good questions. I'm pretty sure I've got to all of them. I'll give it another second here, in case anybody thinks of anything. Again, you can scan any of these codes or just find them on LinkedIn and message them if you did want to have like a more granular conversation with any of our partners. We're all totally open to meeting with prospective candidates. We'd love to hear from you. And you can learn more about our firm and stay up to speed what's going on at Harrity by following us on LinkedIn. So the big QR code here is to our company page. We post a lot about everything that's going on, about our team, our culture, our tools. So if you are interested in kind of staying up to speed with our current events, definitely give us a follow. I've also included the email address to send your resume to, as well as our websites. Of course, you can kind of tinker around there and check different things out. But the easiest way to apply, just send your resume to that email. And if you have any other questions, you can reach out to me. You can find me on LinkedIn through the Harity page as well. Just double checking no more questions. Okay, perfect. Thank you all for being so interactive and for joining today. I hope that this was informative and gave you a little bit more to help sway to your decision whether or not to apply here. And we hope to see some emails coming through with your resumes, or again, having you contact us through LinkedIn if you'd like to chat with either myself or any of the partners. I hope you all have a great rest of your week.